What's up, everybody? It's AJ with Etro.com. Today we're going to be checking out the Noco Boost X Jump Starter. This is going to be a jump pack here. You charge this up. That way, if your vehicle doesn't start, you got a dead battery or a weak battery, you can hook this up to the battery. It has enough power in there to get you started and get you back on the road. Let's check it out. Now, this one specifically has 1,250 amps in it, so it's going to be good to jump engines up to, for gasoline anyway, 6.5 liters, and then for diesel it'd be 4.0 liters. So just keep that in mind for what vehicles you're buying this for. It can work up to those, it'll get them jumped. Out of the box is what you get. We got the jumper cables here connected this side. This is the jump box here itself. It's got the buttons on the top, has a light in there. You can dim it 3 times. It's got emergency flashing that also has 3 different functionalities there for whatever you may need. Another thing about it is the USB ports are on this end, so you can pop them open. Not only can you charge it via USB-C, so you plug this in here, it would charge up the box. You can also plug it in here and charge up your phone or something. So if you are kind of stranded and you need that, you can plug your phone in there. That way you can at least call somebody for help if this isn't doing it. Taking a closer look at the box itself, I just kind of want to go over some of the codes you're going to get when you go to turn it on. Now, clearly with this battery being fine, I can't show you them lit up, but we can talk about them. So you already saw this one. That's going to be the reverse polarity right there. Then the next one there is going to be the battery's too cold. So these are really just temp gauges. This one, the snowflake here is too cold, and then the thermometer with the plus sign is going to mean it's way too hot. So it's not going to try and do anything to that battery. It could be a damage or it could hurt something if you try and do that. This one's going to be just an error code, and you can see your manual for the different codes it's going to throw up. So some other things to go over. Once you power it on, you're going to see the lights light up. Over here, it means it's good to go ahead and start jumping. Now, if you try to do a jump and it doesn't jump your vehicle, this will turn orange and let you know you have to shut this off and turn it back on before you can try it again. Now over here is going to be the gauge to let you know how much of a charge this has. So we got halfway there. Probably a good idea to plug it in and get it to green just to have it ready whenever you need it. Now, since it is about halfway, we're going to go ahead and plug it in. It uses a USB-C port right here. So that's in, so we just got it hooked up to our vehicle's USB port. And that's what's going to charge it, which I really like that because some of the other jump boxes you have to plug into a wall. And that's fine if you remember to do it in your garage, but if you have this and you're on the go, I like the option just to go ahead and plug it in where after I use it, throw it in the passenger seat and let it charge. Once it's fully charged, I can throw it in the back of the vehicle, but I like being able to charge it on the go. Another thing is if you are broke down or something and you need to charge your phone, let's say your phone's about to die, you can also use this to get power to your phone. So probably not necessarily while it's plugged in. If this is on the go somewhere else and you can't use your car because the battery's dead, you can plug your phone in and it'll charge that. Something else to mention is going to be boost override here. So this is going to be used if your battery is so dead that it can't detect it, so it doesn't know what to put in there. So you'd hit this button, you're going to light up that light, and then it's going to force it to jump. That way, like I said, it can detect batteries in here. That's what all those warnings are about. So if it's so low that it can't see it, you can try and do this to get a quick jump out of it. Also comes with a little bag here. You can go ahead and put everything all together, which I always really like that. That way you don't have all these loose parts in the back of your vehicle. You don't want to accidentally lose one when you need them. So the jump box without these cables wouldn't do you much good. I like that you can keep it all together, nice and neat. Now it's easier to store in the back and you don't have to worry about it just sprawled out everywhere. Something else that it automatically does that I think is nice is it protects against reverse polarity because the light comes on here. If you were to hook up these cables wrong, like I have it, I got them reversed. So before you even hit the power button, there's a big red light there that tells you you got it wrong. You got to flip them before you do it. The last button on here is going to be the flashlight. I'm going to push that. There's 3 different frequencies of the light. You can dim it 3 times there. Then go again for flashing light, and you can alternate between 3 of those as well for different flashing for emergencies. Something I want to compare this to is I've worked with a couple different versions of the jump box. We have the Duracell version. It's one of those ones that's got the handle on the top, so it's a little bit bigger than this, so it's going to take up more space, but it also has an air compressor built in. It can jump vehicles, it has its own charge, it has a flashlight too, and an air gauge. So it's kind of a more complete on the side of the road kind of thing if you're looking for that. But I think the bonus on this one is it's so much smaller. It's going to be easier to have this around. Sure, it's not going to inflate your tires, but it's going to hold that charge and you're going to be able to get that vehicle jumped when you need to. And again, I know I already said it, but I like that it's smaller. It can fit under your seat. You don't have to have that huge designated section in the back of your vehicle for that. It just slides on your seat. Forget about it. Just make sure to charge from time to time. Definitely another thing to note though is that the Noco ones come in different amperages. So make sure, like I said it before, check which ones you need. It's going to work with the vehicles you want to use it for, but that's just another advantage that they make them more powerful than this for those specific vehicles. Overall, I really like it. I think it's going to be a very handy thing to have. I'm just impressed that they got it down to this small and still going to be able to jump your vehicle when you need it. Like I said, I've used those other jump boxes before, the big ones with the handles. That's just a lot to lug around. I don't like that you have to plug it into like an AC outlet in your garage. I might forget to do that, and then it's no use to me when I do actually need it. Plus, I don't want to put that in my vehicle. Much more compact. I can charge it in the vehicle right when I get this jumped, just to get it back up and charged, to put it right back on your seat, so it's ready to go if I need it ever again. Well, thanks for hanging out, and I hope this helped.